Hello and welcome to another Demon 212 VC review. Today I'm going to be taking a look at Gradius 3, which is a side-scrolling shoot 'em up. It's on the SNES and it costs 100 points more than usual because it's one of the Hanabi games from last year. So basically it is the American version, so it runs in 60 Hz and the likes, and that's what that little blue box was. But there's no Japanese or anything, and personally I just think the Hanabi Festival is pretty much just an excuse for Nintendo to, while they release good games, charge a bit more than they really should be. But at the start you've got an option screen where you can choose difficulty level and the likes, and just stuff like that. And then you've got the 1 and 2 player. It's not a co-op game, unfortunately, it's a take-your-turns type thing, which is a great shame because there aren't enough co-op shoot 'em ups out there, let alone on the VC. So if you've ever played Gradius 2, then you'll recognise this bit because this is where you choose your weapons. However, new to Gradius 3, and it's a pretty damn good thing, you can actually customise how you want to do it. So you can't just choose one set, you can choose different parts of different sets. So you can just literally choose any types of options that you want, the different types of shield and stuff like that, and then different super power-ups. So that's really good. I love it on shoot 'em ups when it lets you do things like that. R-Type 3 had a similar thing to that, but it's more like Gradius 2's. And I think more shoot 'em up should do it basically. But as I say, it's a side-scrolling shoot 'em up, so the whole point is you fly left to right, you shoot the hell out of the enemies, you then get to a boss and then you kill him. This one, the way that you power up, there's certain enemies that you can shoot and these orange things come out, but you can also get them by shooting waves. So for example, look for the orange enemies like that and they'll come out, and look for waves of enemies where usually if you kill them all like this, then one should come out. And basically you collect those, and then the bar at the bottom tells you what power-ups you've got, and you just basically push a button to activate when you want to. So for example, if you want to save up for the laser, then you need to collect 4 of them, and then push the B button and it'll activate the laser. So that's the standard power-ups of the game. There's also a blue one that sometimes comes out, and basically when you collect the blue one, then it actually kills all of the enemies on the screen for you, so that's pretty damn useful. Pretty much the biggest problem with the game is slowdown, and I'm going to cut basically to a part where I can show you exactly how bad the slowdown is. So I'll just shut up for a few seconds. So there we go then, that was a bit of the music, and this is basically the slowdown that I'm on about. When the big enemies appear, it can get really slow, which is a shame because it's a fantastic shoot 'em up, and that really does put you off a little bit while you're playing, because I mean, you see this and I'm literally going at a snail's pace, and unfortunately I forgot to mention, while the blue thing kills the enemies on the screen, I forgot to mention that it doesn't kill the big enemies, so you have to be a bit wary of that. But graphically, the game is pretty damn good, and I think that could be the cause of the slowdown, because it is good graphics, and when all the things are happening at once, then it can get a little bit dodgy. So well, that's basically everything there is to say about the slowdown and stuff like that. The stages work in a bit of an odd way because there's 10 stages, and it's pretty much a boss stage until you get up to stage 8, and then all of a sudden it becomes a boss about every 5 seconds. You get absolutely tons of bosses on the 8th, 9th and 10th stages. So it's a very hard shoot 'em up. It's even harder when you're actually trying to review, so that might put a few people off, but it depends on what type of shoot 'em ups you like. So there we go then. That's been the review. I hope you found it helpful. I don't score the games because that's based purely on opinion, so instead I'll leave you to make your own mind up. So thanks for watching, and if you've got any questions about the game that I didn't answer in the vid or that hasn't been answered in the comments, then feel free to ask and I'll help if I can. Also, if you did find it helpful, don't forget to check out my channel because there's plenty more like this up there, and don't forget to subscribe because there'll be plenty more to come as well. So until next time, this has been Demon212, signing off.